Here's what we're working on for Fox 59 News Live at 5.
Rain and snow across central Indiana right on time and as forecast. Now, who gets the snowfall? Still going to be falling heaviest north of Indianapolis, but everyone will get some snow. I'll show you when, and when we'll all get into the Arctic air coming up.
And we have reporters spread out all across central Indiana. We're going to show you where the snow is coming down and what to expect. We have live reports for the conditions and for your evening commute.
We're concerned about the welfare because they're unable to take care of themselves.
A manhunt for a missing Virginia mother ends right here in central Indiana. Tonight, where she was finally caught after being spotted all across the country.
And creating controversy, a local prosecutor now filing criminal charges against people who overdose. Why he believes it's a better way to get them the treatment they need.
From Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Live at 5.
All right now live at 5, a winter weather advisory is in place tonight for parts of central Indiana.
That's right, a complex winter storm is bringing rain, ice, and snow to our area, and it's already causing some cancellations. We've got you covered.
Yeah, you see those there at the bottom of your screen. Good evening. Our weather is the top story tonight live at 5. I'm Dan Spieler.
And I'm FANCHON Stinger. It is so great to be back with you all at 5 o'clock early evening. And we have, thank you. And we have an action-packed day. Right away, let's get you to the Weather Authority. Brian Wilkes standing by. Hi, Brian.
Yeah, just an array of weather conditions from north to south. And again, this is really holding close to our forecast since earlier this week. The given storm track here favors some higher snow accumulation over north central Indiana. We've had the snow in Indianapolis, but as expected, it changed over to rain, and it will continue to fall as a cold rain for the balance of the evening hours and probably just beyond midnight. This is the view from the Golf Club of Indiana. We stair step a little bit further north, and we find it is still snowing here and mainly coating the grassy areas, the mulch surfaces, even that little cart path, but the main roads are still in great shape. In fact, main roads, thoroughfares are still measuring temperatures up into the middle 30s, so we're not seeing a slick accumulation that's developed. Similar to last Sunday, but a little different. We started with snow and it changed to rain, but at that time on Sunday morning, the ground temperatures were cold enough to have that snow accumulate. Well, we're only seeing some grassy accumulation here, and this is from Alderman Automotive and Fishers. On the roads, pretty good shape. That's 37. They're just wet. And here in Carmel, it was snowing, and it's now beginning to change over to plain old rain. A little bit of a light snow accumulation on the grassy areas, but the roads are in great shape. Go over to Westfield and go a little further north too. We find there's snow on the ground, and it is still snowing, and that's going to be perhaps the transition zone. Central northern Hamilton County and points north, that's where we're going to stay as mainly snow throughout the course of the night. It's raining out at the airport. It's 34. We've changed over to sleet and rain here at our studios at 32 degrees. It's 32 in Lafayette, 33 in Kokomo. It's cold rain falling in Bloomington and Columbus at 36. The surge of that rain snow line will continue for the next few hours, arriving and slowing and stopping into portions of northern Hamilton County, Boone County, where north of that line the snow will continue throughout the night, and that's where we'll find the highest accumulations. Winter weather advisory is in effect through 1 o'clock. We will eventually transition here in Indianapolis back to all snow, and where it does stay is all snow, perhaps north of a Crawfordsville to Tipton line, you're looking at 4 to possibly 6 inches of snow. Cold rain falling for the next few hours in Indianapolis, so we're not looking at bad road conditions, just cold and wet, but everyone will get cold and snowy as this system departs. We'll time out the change back to snow and how cold it will get.
Ryan, thanks. We'll check back with you soon. Now, as this storm continues to move in, our Aaron Cantrell is out right now checking out the conditions in Howard County.
Yeah, Howard County is expected to be hard hit. We just heard Brian told us they could be getting the most snow in the entire area. So, Aaron, how's it looking where you are at this hour?
Well, FANCHON and Dan, right now it's looking okay. You can see that snow is coming down. We're here in the downtown area, but it looks like that snow is covering the grassy areas, but the roads seem to be okay at this moment. We do know that crews this morning, they were pre-treating the roads since early this morning, and they plan to do so overnight and into the morning.
We're hoping that it stays on the lighter side.
The Weather Authority is calling for 4 to 6 inches of snowfall in Kokomo, and the city street department is taking the winter weather threat seriously. It will have anywhere from 10 to 18 trucks out during the snowfall, constantly keeping the primary roads clear.
We will just go out, hit it with salt, and if it comes down heavier, trucks are ready with plows on them, and we can hit it with the plows and clean the roads off that way.
Just south of Kokomo, Hamilton County is gearing up for snow too. They're expecting 2 to 5 inches of snow.
The primary hazards we face in any event like this is the driving. Drivers just need to make sure they slow down, give themselves extra time to get to and from their different destinations. Don't crowd the snow plows.
While city and county employees get ready to face the snow, other Hoosiers are stocking up.
The basics, milk, things that you might run out of. We got a freezer full of normal food, meats and stuff, so we don't worry about that.
Oh, I have to have ice cream. Other than that, I usually have other stuff.
The snow in Howard County is expected to fall into Thursday, so expect to see long lines at the grocery stores and plows on the road.
Work with us, give the guys time, give them room. Just try to work with us. It's the biggest thing we can ask for.
To drive slow and pay attention.
So yes, so crews, they will continue to monitor the roads out here. You can see that snow is still coming down, but people are taking the roads very slow. They're taking those precautions, but if you do plan to get out, just make sure you give yourself enough time to get to your destination. But we'll continue to stay out here and monitor the roads for you.
Right, Aaron, and be careful as you guys are out and about as well. We want to give you another look right now at the roads from NDOT's traffic cameras. Highway crews are also telling us it is a tricky weather system, especially for them to prepare the roads. With a mix of rain and snow hitting us here in central Indiana, road crews cannot put down too much de-icing material or it could just simply get washed away. So they're going to be keeping an eye on that and prepping our roads as best they can.
That's why it's been a tricky forecast for all of those agencies. DPW drivers spent part of today waiting for the rain to change over to snow before starting to salt the roadways. NDOT says they've put some brine down in limited areas, but not as much as a simple snowstorm. Hamilton County's Highway Department says really they're in the same situation.
Where we would typically be out brining roads right now, we can't really do that with the rain coming in. It would wash all the brine away, so it's kind of doing away with what we had just done.
Local departments say they have a full call out of drivers right now. Those plow and salt trucks will run all night into tomorrow.
Well, severe weather also hitting other parts of the country big time. We want to give you a view of that. This is Fargo, North Dakota, where some people here are experiencing blizzard-like conditions. Look at all the wind and the snow they have there. Then in Oregon, mass flooding today. Some roads here look literally like rivers. A lot of that flooding is forcing mass evacuations. And people in Alabama also dealing with extreme floods and water levels. There, we are hearing tonight those water levels could rise again. Now, as for this storm, if you have not already, it is imperative that you download the FOX59 Weather Authority app so you can stay in the know with the Weather Authority 24/7. You'll also be able to track this storm on your phone with Live Guardian radar, and we'll send you weather alerts as we get them. You can download that app. It is free in your device's app store. Now, FOX59, of course, is also the school closing authority. We are getting school closings that are coming in right now by the minute. Several events for this evening already canceled tonight. The full list of all the closings, all the delays, you'll find that at fox59.com. And of course, they will be scrolling right there at the bottom of your screen.
Well, just in tonight, the Lake County Metro Homicide Team needs your help to identify the man you see on your screen, who they say is from Indianapolis. He's wanted in connection with the murders of a 13-year-old and his mother in Gary. Police arrested one suspect already, who's been identified as Darren Duke Taylor. If you recognize the man on your screen, call police right away. And new developments tonight. Lawrence police tell Fox 59 a suspect shot by police yesterday is now in serious condition. An officer shot the man after a chase that ended near 56th and Moonlight. Police believe the suspect stole from a local business. An investigation is still ongoing. A decision on charges will be made by the Marion County Prosecutor's Office.
Meantime, court documents now show 4 people were planning a fight at a Walmart in Muncie on the night a man was shot and killed. This man, Justin Bennett, is now charged with felony murder in the death of Chase Willems. He reportedly sent a message to Willems before the altercation telling him he would not walk away alive. And also this evening, a nationwide manhunt for this Virginia mother you're looking at on your screen. Well, it ends 600 miles away from her home here in Plainfield. 34-year-old Melody Bannister has been on the run with her 4 children for the last 8 months. In June, Bannister made allegations her children were being abused by their father and grandfather. Well, investigators later cleared those men and granted the father custody. But Bannister left with the children, the cat, the dog, and she never returned. Again today, she was arrested in Plainfield, Indiana, 600 miles from her home. The children, thankfully, are safe. And investigators from Stanford County talking tonight about the case on Live PD, wanted back in December. U.S. Marshals released a quote just this afternoon saying this episode could lead them to Bannister and her children. Well, Bannister, again, is facing charges out of Virginia for parental kidnapping and abduction by a parent. As for the children, we do have word tonight they are in the care of DCS. We've been told that caseworkers are hoping to get them temporary placement before they are finally reunited with their family. Well, new tonight, Hancock County's prosecutor is now filing charges against people who overdose.
That's right. He's getting help from the Greenfield Police Department tonight.
Yeah, they're hoping that this aggressive approach gets more people into the treatment they need.
Fox 59's Kelly Rinke shows us why the prosecutor and officers think this could ultimately save lives.
The choice to do nothing when people are dying doesn't seem to be a good choice.
Brent Eden struggled with this idea, yet stories about overdose calls from first responders encouraged him to act.
The ultimate goal is to kind of stop that revolving door of people that would overdose, that we would respond, they'd go to the hospital, and then they'd go back out and go to the same environment and maybe have the same behavior happen again.
It's a cycle of addiction his office hopes to stop. Now Prosecutor Eden is filing charges against people who overdose in Hancock County. The crime would be possession of a controlled substance. The person would be arrested, and if he or she pleads guilty, his office would agree to offer treatment services through probation.
The therapeutic resources that our community has are going to be brought to bear to try to have it be therapeutic and not punitive to the extent that we can do so.
He's filed charges against one person so far, someone he even knew. The prosecutor explains that person pleaded guilty, got help, and has been sober for about 90 days.
By pursuing the criminal law aggressively, maybe put a stop to something that's really affecting our community.
I think that this might be a way to get them, tap the rudder, get them going in a different direction.
The Greenfield Police Department is working with the prosecutor's office on this. Officers respond to overdoses and bring people back to life with Narcan.
This document here is...
Police will fill out paperwork to see if there is probable cause to file charges. Chief Rash is hoping this does not make people afraid to call 911.
Humanity has to kick in at some point and say, this is a person's life, and I have to do the right thing.
I just think it's a huge impact. I honestly think lives can be saved from it.
It also has the support from Linda Ostewig, who runs a recovery program in Greenfield. Some of her family members have struggled with addiction.
It could very well be the intervention that they need to set them on a different path.
A path to sobriety is the ultimate goal. Prosecutor Eden claims he's not criminalizing addiction. He's just enforcing the law.
People in this community, we don't want anyone else to die. We don't want that to happen.
In Greenfield, I'm Kelly Rinke, Fox 59 News.
Linda is helping a lot of people overcome addictions there in that community. Kelly, thank you so much. The Pope is actually issuing a landmark ruling for the Catholic Church this evening.
Tonight, how it affects both men and women who want to serve.
Plus, gutting groceries, a delivery service in Indiana that will soon end. How this affects orders that you've already placed and the number of people losing jobs.
This weather system isn't ending anytime soon, but what has ended is the snow in Indianapolis. We've changed to rain. Some areas stay as snow, others stay as rain. Everyone will change to snow eventually, and we're all going to get cold together. I'll show you how cold it's going to get coming up.